Hello, hi, I'm Patricia McNeely. I'm a Blue Ray twin flame from Chicago, Illinois, and I am a Rod and Staff Union. Who are the Rod and Staff Unions? We are the prototypers and the teachers of the new light body. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. How are things going for you? How are you doing in these energies? So it's a little bit over the map for a lot of people. You know, some people are doing well, some people are finding it's exhausting for them. You're finding sometimes that you're flat out of energy, and I don't like people to stay there, even though we know about it. That's not where I like people to stay. So that's why I do these videos. It's also why I have quite a few things to not just help you learn, but to empower you for your twin flame union. So this video is actually inspired by the Bruno Mars song, I Think I Want to Marry You. Okay, now a lot of you know it. Hey girl, I think I want to marry you. Okay, now that's talking about getting married. A lot of you are aware that you are going to be married. You're intended to live with your twin flame. Now, this gets tricky for people from certain cultures, from certain backgrounds, or even if you are currently in a marriage. So it doesn't matter if you want to be married, if you're married, there's things happening already to get you where you need to be. But rather than be dragged behind the pickup truck and feel like, what's going on? What is it now? Running to the internet to find out what is it, what's in the stars. And people are going to get their answers from different places, and it may soothe your mind. But what it's not able to do is to get your channels open that you share with your twin flame. It's not able to help you open and expand the subtle body connections that you share with your twin flame, and only your twin flame. These are areas of you that are only intended to be shared with your true other half. Now, it is fair to say that some people have not met their twin flame yet, but they've already started on the metaphysical parts of the process. And I remind you again, it is a process. And some of you are saying there's a delay. What's causing the delay? Well, that is very subjective, because even people who have been working on things are still subject to some of the same timing. Why? There are reasons for it. One of the reasons is true heart communication. The other reason is alignment. The next reason has to do with making yourself new. Why? So now I'm going to talk about the subject here. It is divine marriage and the body. We're putting closure, we're putting full closure to the ancient paradigm. This happens in stages and phases, and some of you have felt a sensation of this. You feel like a door is closing, you feel the sensation, you feel the click, you feel something on your back that feels like someone closed the door behind you. If you felt any of those sensations, you're on track, okay? But please don't think you're not on track if you haven't felt it. That's sort of a paradox. You don't necessarily have to feel it to be experiencing it, okay? That's why I say some of you feel like you're being dragged behind someone's pickup truck. You're getting to where you need to be. Now, we will also be having in about a week here a stationing effect. So I kind of like to call this, when the train comes into a station, okay? Please expect some things in your life to slow down. Expect your internet to slow. Expect some other things to just get slow, okay? And don't become angry about it, okay? You slow down and review things. Why? Because it's involving putting closure. Each of you are putting closure to things, though all of your connections are here on Earth. This is time for you to be in hermit mode. Now, what is the hermit? What does that really mean? Hermit. Now, when we hear the word hermit, a lot of people will get a mental picture of, some old white man with white hair and, sort of rickety and, maybe very elder and living in a cave somewhere. Okay, you don't need to go live for 7 years in Tibet for your enlightenment anymore. But I'm using this word to connote that this means allow some of your enlightening. This means hunker down with yourself. But you're not just hunkering down with yourself, you're hunkering down with yourselves. Okay? The connections are here, meaning they are connected here. It's connected to your body. But if you're mentally scattered, or if you're being like Chicken Little saying, the sky is falling, what's the delay, what's going on, you're not going to get too far. The first thing you have to do is get still. And a lot of us forget that. In order to help you with that, the closure slows things down for you. That's why I say don't get upset about it. Don't get upset. Now, if you've paid attention to some of this retrograde energy that we've had over the past several months, you should recognize that this has been giving you a chance for not only review, but the ability to take actions on things you need to take actions on, to put closures to things you've needed to. This might be immigration issues, divorce issues, custody issues, work issues, other types of relationships, children. And I'm going to bring up about children here. It's a new school year. So to all you teachers out there, because I'm a fellow teacher, thank you. Thank you very much for all the great work you do with any age of children. Thank you. Have a great school year to start. Some of you are in a flurry of activity and you're finding that these energies are not conducive to you doing some things, okay? That's a part of your divine marriage and the body. So if you have kids, if you have animals, if you have pets, if you're prepping for things, you may find it important to really prioritize. And that is why the hermit mode is important, okay? This is where you look at your life and you sort things out. This involves more me time. Now, what I do teach is to learn how to get within your higher body, because this is the challenge. You're not phoning it in between dimensions, nor is it easy to pick up the phone and call a person for help, nor is it even easy to understand what is your guidance, what is the help, what is your mission, okay? A lot of people are exhorting people, go out and do your mission, but if you're neglecting any of your other responsibilities, if those other things are suffering, it's time for you to go into hermit mode. You're not getting on a plane to Tibet to go spend 7 years with the monks over there to learn enlightenment. The light's inside you. You have to bring it out with love. You are the light and the love. You're the one bringing that light and love anywhere you go. This is not an us and them. This is the people who have been activated first and the people who are maybe not activated yet, okay? And there are people that are not activated yet that consider themselves very spiritual and very enlightened. And they may be about certain things. They may be about their own field, but it may not be about who they truly are. For those of you who are twin flames, and if you're on a twin flame journey, you've known it or you felt it at some point. You felt it. You can't talk yourself out of it, even if you'd like to, okay? But even if you'd like that, let's use, for example, if you're angry, if you're fed up, you'd like to talk yourself out of this and say, maybe it was all, I don't know, maybe I dreamed it, maybe, okay? Well, maybe, but do you know what you felt? Do you really want to contradict an actual experience that you had? Do you want to deny it? It's not going to be easy to. Why? Because that was usually your activation and it required you to go within. Not just to go within, to get within the subtle body parts of you that are specific for just you two. You are unique in all of creation. And while that might sound like a cliche, oh, you're unique in all of creation, you're becoming more unique than you may realize by divesting the past, by putting closure to the ancient paradigm. Now, I have a few things to show you. So you might have someone who has had an activation, okay? But she's not sure who it is, even though she had an activation, okay? And there's several possibilities, and that's okay. But it's got to be sorted out at some point. How does she sort it out? She doesn't sort it out with her head. She has to sort it out with her body, with the body, with the body. Okay? So to one of them, she might say, you know, I really liked meeting you. You look great in your uniform and everything, but somehow it's just too oppressive. And, I'm finding that my feminine is rising up to the challenge here. And I don't know. I just, well, listen, if I wasn't, I took an oath to protect and defend. That's what I really feel. I wanted to help people. And my main thing was protecting and defending. Yes, but it's starting to become all confusing for me. It's very confusing. I love you, but some of the things that have been involved in like coming up to me, I just don't know. It's like you're oppressing me. I'm not oppressing you. I've treated you very well. In fact, I've treated you better than other people have. I've defended you. I've done this. I feel like I can't make a move without asking your permission. And there's times when it feels like you're punishing me. I'm not punishing you. I'm just trying to help you navigate. But this is very confusing for me. How am I supposed to navigate? And they wind up having mental things go back and forth. He said, she said. And you have another person. I thought you were what I want. Physically, you look like the type. You're sort of right there. However, I don't know. You're not responsible. You want to get high all the time. And I don't know, work just seems to slip through your fingers. I worry about the future. I just worry. And well, that's because you always have babies on your mind. Well, it's just that I really would like to. It doesn't have to be today, but don't you want the same things I want? Well, yeah, but sometime, not now. I mean, we're just having fun, right? Yes, but that's it. It's all just fun. When does everything just get down to like where we're going? Like I feel very floaty. Like there's no commitment. You float in and out of my life. You come and go, and it's just not. It's like I don't know it. And then it feels like you're withholding affection from me. It's weird for me. Well, it's just as weird for me. I mean, you actually have all these expectations and there's things and I don't know if I can match up to it. I feel very inadequate. There's things projected onto me. I mean, why can't I just be me? Why can't I just be me? I mean, but it's almost like you're lazy. I'm not lazy. I'm just finding myself. What's wrong with finding myself? What's wrong with trying a few things to see if I like it? And you see, they're not having that thing where they're on the same heart wavelength. Okay? And then there's another person. We have great chemistry. Somehow you just get me. Yes, I get you, but how much do you get about me? I mean, really, how much do you tune into me? I'm a person and I feel things and I'm really deep feeler. Oh, I know, you're a musician. Like musicians are such good feelers. They are sensitive. Yeah, but that's just something like I don't know. It's like somehow I don't always feel the same as you. And you go off and running to the races with things and I don't get it. And try to be so calm. And well, that's just it. You're like my rock. You're always here. I can always rely on you. Well, maybe I'm too reliable. Did you ever think about that? No. No, I never thought about that. It's just, I can't rely on any of the other men in my life. And, you know, now this is getting really weird because I just don't know who to depend on. I went through an experience and like I called several people and you were the only one. Well, what do you mean you called several people? You mean there's other people? Like, what do you keep a list or something? Well, no, it's not like that. I don't know. There's people I've met and I try to stay friendly with everyone. And I don't know, men get really mad, and well, women get very mad too. Women get mad when they get mistreated. I've been mistreated by women. You have? Well, we never talked about this. Well, it's because you don't try to tune into me. Okay, and so who is it? We have an array of archetypes and personalities, but who is it? You're not going to figure it out with your head. It's in the heart, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because it's not about the wedding, it's about the marriage. For twin flames, that's your divine marriage through the subtle bodies. And you have to get your channels open. It's not about the wedding. What does that mean? So what that means is that from a higher perspective, this is about getting you two together in ways that you'll never come apart again, where nobody can interfere, where nobody can tear you asunder, okay? It's about that. It's about divine marriage and the body. It's not about the celebrations and the breakfast in bed, although it is about that. So some people, when they say things like, it's not about cards and flowers and celebrations, you will have those things. In fact, it's important to expect it. But in order to keep it together, in order to hold yourselves together, the angels have come and said to you, she's the angel, hi, I bring great tidings of great joy. Girl, you just have to go within. Well, I do go within, I meditate. No, you're not understanding. You have to expand your light body. That's where your connections are. That's where you're just going to have one giant tractor beam in your heart that pulls the right one to you. Not by conversations, through your heart, through your heart, through your heart, through your heart. And the angel goes away and she said, did I dream that? Did you? Yes, you really had that experience. Did I dream it? Yeah, yes, because sometimes it comes in the dreams. Sometimes it comes right through you. So the initial way that you first felt this, through your body, it has to continue through your body. That's your divine marriage. Now, if you need some help with this, because I'm going to tell you one other thing, this is a lovely depiction drawn by my friend Laura Geraldine Klein, who is also a Blu-ray, because she's an artist and I'm not truly an artist. I am more of an actress than an artist, okay? You have these levels that you need to connect with each other, okay? You have the fifth dimension, you have the sixth, you have the seventh, okay? Creative realms and your lovemaking. The seventh and eighth are your lovemaking levels. Some of you are nowhere near that yet, but some of you are going to be getting that into place. Now, what that requires is to get your bodies, okay, get the subtle body connections aligned, get the layers of history out, get yourself purified and purged, because like I say, some of you are going through it anyway. Get yourself knowing about this. Get yourself to feel it. Start creating your own experiences. So this is true empowerment, where instead of dragging along on the bottom where you're like, oh, what's happening? You're more like, I'm going to take charge of the situation and I'm going to get good at it. Now, in order to do that, I have my Divine Feminine Lovers class, which is an online class. I'm going into part 2. I am starting on Friday, August 24th. That's the evening. So for those of you who live in Australia, Asia, India, Southern Asia like Korea, Japan, you can join this. This would make more sense for your schedule. That would probably be your Saturday morning. Sunday, August 26th at 9 a.m. Chicago time. This would be for East Coast, UK, Europe, Turkey, anywhere in the Middle East. And we are going to talk about your emotional body connections and struggles. Okay, so a lot of people are, wondering if their twin is still an ego. Okay, the ego has had connections to the emotional body. And there's things to know about. How do you ease both of you out of your emotional connections to other people? It has to happen in several areas of your body. That is what we go over. There is a description down below to let you know what we are covering in the class. Even though you're joining for part 2, you can actually get the recording from part 1. So there's a presentation. There's a slide presentation I prepare, which is informational. It is the mental information. We have a Q&A segment where I invite questions or comments or people to share. It's in a safe context. I record it on Zoom, and a lot of people have a lot of great stuff to say. It's a rather nice way to, very different than a forum where you're emailing back and forth, because you can hear the inflections in people's voice. The voice, people, the throat. Okay. Also, the other thing is that I get you open. I will get you open so that you can feel what you need to for your own union. So many times in the days after these webinars, either the night of or in the days, and sometimes it continues, which is why I give people the support material, because you need to be supported while things are happening, either while things are getting released to make it easy for you, and also so that you can maintain what you just received from yourself, what you got open and what you received, and to keep it going, and to keep it going for both of you. Okay, I'm a person that feels both of the people in the union. I know where the connections are. It is in my classes that I outline this. So either this one, or if you're in or coming to the Chicago area, if it's close to you, on September 15th, I am having a one-day intensive class to introduce you to this. It will be introductory because there's a lot more that needs to be covered than one day can actually do. One day it is at Infinity Foundation from 9 to 4. The price is very reasonable for either of these. $80 for this, $80 for this at the door, or you get an early bird price of $70. If you are a teacher, you can get some continuing education credits, or if you are another professional, like an acupuncturist, you can get 5.5 hours of continuing education credits from this. I don't know of any twin flame classes that offer that. So if you do coaching, if you do something else, if you're a psychologist, if you're a therapist, social worker, and you want to find out more about it, or you've been having clients that say things like, I met this person and my entire world turned upside down. And you're sort of saying, what's this all about? Come and find out. Come and find out. Why do people feel like they're losing it? Why do people feel like, they're being dragged? Why do people feel like God wants them to do something? Hint, it's because God does, okay? And God has sent the messengers, hello, to do this. So, once again, I'm going to just tell you, and put it here. It's not about the wedding. In other words, this is not a one-time pop. It's about your marriage. It's about what lasts, and that death never parts you ever again. Okay? It's not about the wedding. Now, please do plan your wedding, though, of course. Imagine it and picture it and decide how you want it. But also decide that you're in this for the long haul. For twin flames, it's your divine marriage through your subtle bodies. That is why my stuff is called Twin Flames Merge, because I teach people how to get their other merges going. Once you experience how to keep it going, Once you've been keeping it going, how you maintain, and once you've been maintaining, you have levels of youth and vitality and energy that you didn't think were possible before. I know that sounds like a lot. And you might say, oh, Patricia, pie in the sky. Or you might say, Patricia, you know what, I'm so tired. I just want to crawl into, I don't know, a refrigerator box and I'll live there with my twin. I've heard that one actually several times. I could live anywhere as long as it was with my twin. And I actually heard the refrigerator box one. But you see, your higher self wants better things for you. You might be willing to settle, but there's no more settling because we're putting closure to that paradigm where you've had to settle, where other people, whoever they be, have ruled your life and made the rules, okay? And yeah, we still have these rules, but how do you find the openings? The openings happen through light and love, not through fighting and war anymore or being a firebrand. This is why you're exhausted. We've already done a lot of that collectively and in other lives, okay? If you're tired, that's actually a good sign. But I don't want you to stay tired. I want you to find out how to energize, feel loved and supported, and be the love that you came here to be. So come and join. The links are below, and you will find that it is very beneficial to you. Either this one here. Also, I don't have it on the board. I'm going to be having a class in California at the end of October. Okay, I'm getting confirmations on it. Once I have everything, I will let you know, and I will have an announcement about that. I do know that some people have been requesting that I get to their place. I'm working on it, okay? It's not that I'm not working on it, okay? But there's a lot being put closure to so that we can open up some new stuff here. So remember, you're here to be married. You're here to live together. You're here to be in love. It's for this lifetime. It's not for just other people. More people will awaken. Part of what I'm doing is seeing who really would like to do some of this and take it to the next level, okay? Who wants to level up? You're already leveling up. Who's going to be doing some of it? Your divine marriage is going to feel deeper, but you can only feel it by doing some of the things that are necessary for that. You can only awaken each other on the inside. That's another song. Wake me up inside. Okay? Find out how to do that for your twin. So for those of you who say, like, I don't know how this is going to happen. It's not going to happen with your mind. Okay? I teach you how to do it from the inside. Wake each other up on the inside because you already got woken up. You're woke now. You're what people call woke. And whether that's your version of woke, it doesn't matter. You have the subtle body connections to be able to bring it to next level. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. If you like these updates, please subscribe. Thank you to everyone. I've hit over 10,000 subscribers. I thank you so much. And please know that there is more to come. We've still got October and we've got another solstice event. Okay, so just because you're sitting there saying, hey, there's more to come, okay? So thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.